So it's finally here. Remember that custom 925 silver semi-mount tennis bracelet with the nice big sapphires that I sourced each individual piece to all put it together to see if it's potentially cheaper for you to put together your own piece? Well, it's finally completed, and I'm gonna give you guys my honest interpretations of this experience and let you know if this is something that you should potentially try to save some money. Let's roll my motherfucking music so I can give you my experience on putting together my own piece.
I'm kind of a big deal.
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Now, me flailing my arms, you potentially saw that the tennis bracelet with the beautiful sapphires in 925 silver has been completed. It is a lovely, lovely accent piece, especially with this Seiko custom mod watch. Let me explain to you guys my true interpretations and how this experience has taught me something about custom making pieces, having people help you out, or the possible costs you could incur or money you could save by doing this yourself. Now, I'm only gauging off of this experience. It could potentially be better or worse, depending where you live, how you source, things of that nature. For an actual gold piece, this is 925 silver, so it's the kind of cheapest of cheap other than like stainless steel. So let me give you a quick breakdown of how the process started. I wanted to see if one of y'all can make a piece yourselves by sourcing the items and having somebody put together. It's like going to a mechanic and just paying him for the labor. You get all the parts, but you're gonna pay him to put them together. At first, I had a weird notion. I was like, maybe I can try to mount the stones myself. I started watching YouTube videos and I'm like, you need certain equipment, certain tools. These are things that I'm not gonna use or I'm properly trained on. Yeah, you can learn a lot of stuff on YouTube or go to one of these seminars, but it's not realistic to what the topic was. It was sourcing the pieces and having somebody put them together and see what the overall cost savings would be, if any. Now, everything I sourced off of eBay, so it's something that you can easily do. To give you an example, so the stones themselves, they're Ceylon, C-E-Y-L-O-N. They're not expensive stones at all. They're Ceylon sapphire stones, and my piece required, I believe it was 35 stones, and I got an extra package just in case to get some extras if I needed them, or if I needed them just in case. So that only cost 30 bucks on eBay. That's with shipping included, so that was significantly cheap. Then we're talking about the semi-mount, the actual casing, the shell where the tennis bracelet is put together, and it is 925 silver, and that costs with shipping and taxes or whatever, 40 bucks. Super cheap. So we're already at a $70 price point. So think about that. These individual stones are 5 millimeters each. So they're nice big size stones. It's a very nice setting job. And this is the semi-mount. Good, clean, but I did have some discrepancies, and I mentioned it in the previous video. One of the discrepancies, and I'll show you guys, and this is where I'm gonna share my experiences. One is the lock. So here's the actual lock. As you can see, it's an unfinished lock, and I'll explain to you why momentarily, but there's a little bit of play in there. I'm sure the play is for possibly adding other pieces there or to do the final accent piece of additional stones, and maybe the stone being whatever width it may be, you need that little gap to potentially have that proper spacing. So that's my interpretation as a non-jeweler. But as you can see here, you have a big gap in the block that you kind of have to speak with the jeweler to interpret what you're going to do to finish this task. I mean, traditionally you would do some sort of plate, maybe a little custom feature there, or add the additional stones there that'll be set up higher or cut right down the middle just to add that synergy throughout. But that is custom, and that means more money. So giving you a price on that is gonna really be drastically different wherever you are, the diamond district that you are, the cost of living where you are. That is dramatically affected throughout, but bare minimum is gonna be at least 200 bucks. Bare minimum just to add some custom feature or element there to make it all synergy. And I didn't want to do that because I wanted to keep it as close to what I tried to put together as possible. Now, stone setting is one of those things that's extremely tricky as well. It's really based on your diamond district, locale, things of that nature. Maybe you can find a mom and pop shop. They might be cheaper, they might be more expensive, but generally range anywhere from like $2 to $5 per stone setting. So if we meet somewhere in the middle, let's say $3.50 to set each one of these stones. And in this particular case, we live in the space of like $115.50. So overall, for this piece, we're looking at a cost at this point of $185.50. So at $185.50, you're able to essentially put together your own Celion Sapphire tennis bracelet. But keep in mind, gas charges to go to your local diamond district or jeweler, possible tolls, time that it takes. Time equals money. People don't equate that because this shit takes time. And for someone like me, look how much time it took me to upload this video, because part of me was like, I can just go to the diamond district and do it, but I wanted to also give an opportunity to some jewelers, some actual bench jewelers that I have relationships with, to showcase their work on camera. But luckily, they're actually busy, they're doing things, they're doing seminars and things of that nature, so that's amazing for them, but it also delays my particular process. But if I were to go down to the diamond district in New York City to get this piece done, think about it. Driving downtown and just the garage alone legit is going to be at least $65 to $75 just in parking, not to mention gas or any possible tolls. And this isn't just a one-day thing, because these bench jewelers are busy. You think that they're going to put this little cheapy job as priority? No, no matter who I am or what reputation I may have, nobody's putting this shit ahead of a fucking $5,000 job. So you're gonna have to wait X amount of days, then go back, pay that other $75, $80, $100 to pick up that piece. So now these costs are accruing. Now, is this cost saving doing this shit yourself? In silver and sapphire, I would say absolutely not. It is better to find this joint either on AliExpress, Alibaba, one of the trillion internet jewelry brands that potentially sell something similar. It won't be bespoke to your taste, but this is not really bespoke. This is kind of just a standard design. And we can't forget that sourcing individual pieces, the stone dealer can tell you, yeah, they're 5mm each, and that stone is 485, 495. The variety of stone differences, they tell you the semi-mount holds 5mm and then the prongs don't. It's a process. So for silver, it's not the play. For gold, I haven't experienced that from start to finish, so I can't necessarily give you my true interpretations on that. But for me, this is not worth it, because you can definitely buy a piece like this sub $150 if you shop it around. Maybe something like the Moda Gold group in Facebook, jewelry forums, again, different online dealers. So in this, I spent more, especially in time, than potentially buying this joint. I think I saw it on a Moda Gold group, a silver and sapphire. I don't know if it was sapphire or a triple black diamonds for like sub 250 bucks. Which if I would have added this little plate or whatever, we would have already been past that. So it's not cost effective at all. It's not the smartest move. Unless you're practicing your jewelry craft, then it could potentially be a great experience for you at least, so you're using your time wisely. But I can't forget to give you guys a true risk profile. I hope this makes sense to you guys. For me, it wasn't worth it. It was a great experience and allows me to relay the information over to you guys. Gold might potentially be some better cost savings. When you shop it around, you might potentially save more on the gold as well. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I appreciate all the suggestions on this piece. Let me know what you guys think. Is it easier to build your own piece, or are you just gonna stick to shopping it around and finding the best deal? I love y'all mother suckers from the heart, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
What's fresh? Who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? For the fly gun holder, money folder, Motorola start tag when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.